like I should run out here or something. I was just watching a show where the host just ran on down. And thank you everyone for coming. Again, this is kind of an intimate group, so I'm not going to use a projector, and so I'm going to try to just do it all verbally. I may show you my cool slides occasionally, but my name again is Kathy Roush. My company is TechMiss, and what I do is I help women shine online. And what does that mean? Does anyone have an idea what I'm talking about? Well, when you walk into a room, you shine whether you know it or not. We all have our own inner reasons for being in business, for doing what we do, for connecting with other people, and that you carry with you all the time. One of my favorite songs is "This Little Light of Mine, I'm Gonna Let It Shine." I used to, like you heard in my bio, I was an owner of $1 million plus company. I worked with the Department of Defense, Ohio Department of Health, all kinds of corporations, and I thought there was something wrong with me because I was bubbly, and I would hug a client, and one of my partners, these corporate men would be like, "Did you just hug the CIO of the Ohio Department of Health?" And I'm like, well, yeah. So it was really a huge struggle for me to put that in check constantly. When we sold the company, I discovered that I love technology. I couldn't give it up. So I decided to let my light shine. And that's how it evolved into me helping you shine online. Because as an entrepreneur, there's no way you can be successful online if you're not your authentic self. So I'm gonna just ask you, you tell everyone what you do. What's your business?
I create treasured moments.
Did you hear that? She said, I create treasured moments. So that's what you shine. You shine inside of you, that treasure, that joy of seeing other people find their relaxation and their fun and their treasured moments by going someplace really, really special, right? How about you? Can you tell us your name and what you do? Yes, I'm looking at you.
My name's Colleen, and I am rebranding my business, but I help authors, speakers, website designers, anyone put their best foot forward and shine with the written word, because I think the written word is still important in our language today and in make their professional appearance that, because I think too many people don't care about being poor, misspelled words in newsletters. And I know someone said, a multi-millionaire person said, oh, good is good enough, just doesn't matter. And I'm thinking, oh my God. That's just me, but that's how it is.
So what you shine is professionalism and accuracy and respect, and what else would you shine? Like organization or
Type A. No, I'm kidding.
type A, but you want people to keep that respect. The written language in your word is very, very powerful. And you would be a good match for me, because I don't use very many short codes, but I think it's so important to have good language. However, I am sort of a ready, fire, aim kind of person. I'm ready to do something, I go do it, and then I go back and fix the spelling and the grammar. But what you're doing is really important. So that's what you bring to the table. That's what you bring into a room. And that's the same thing as you're rebranding. Sounds like you're working on exactly what you need to do to be successful online. People need to know who you are from the inside out. Even if you have a multi-million-dollar company, why do you think they spend so much money on branding? It's so that they can get through those horrible meetings of 50 people trying to find out what their essence is. Well, it's for an entrepreneur, you have the luxury of defining that yourself. And it really kind of never changes. I don't want to get woo-woo on you, but we all have a soul. We all have a purpose. It changes. And one thing I learned about your soul is it really doesn't care how you carry out its purpose. Meaning, for someone like me who's bubbly and joyful, my soul doesn't care how I'm bubbly and joyful, so I might as well do it online. I might as well do it in business. So what I try to do is I don't find your essence for you, but I help you take that and navigate through all the crap online and find how to express that online. I do have a gift. It came to me very early for understanding technology and being able, I have the patience to explain it to people. And then I can take what people are saying, and I have the patience to explain it to IT people and geeks. I don't know where it came from, but it's something that I love to do. So with that, oops, this is my granddaughter, Ruby. Sorry, I have to. She distracts me all the time. And that's really important to me. I will take time to be with my granddaughter, and I let my clients know that. I'm sorry, family comes first. And I did that in my company working with corporations, and it just freaked these men that I worked with out. And I think I had work-life balance going before it was a popular thing. But we cannot forget why we're using social media, why we have websites, why we blog. We need to make money. You know, it's really awesome to be doing the work we love, and go on Facebook and Pinterest and Twitter if you have the nerve. But the bottom line is we want people to come back to our website, and then we want them to buy products, or we want them to engage in your services. So it's important to take, Facebook and the social media, take it as an important marketing tool. And it's a pain in the ass because there's so much. So what my goal is when I work with a client and when I'm teaching someone is, let's just get through this next hurdle, this little speed bump that you're afraid of, and let's just do one thing at a time. You do not need to do all of it. Because when you get so frustrated, it just stops. I mean, we've all been there. We're just like, no. So you do nothing. It's best to do one thing and never touch the other thing. So the bottom line is to make money. And my goal is to help you find that sweet spot for you and for your business, and where your clients are and what's the best place to find those people. So, excuse me. I have what I call the 5 cardinal rules to shine online. I changed it a little bit because they are really important. Number 1 is to be authentic, just what I was talking about. It's critical as an entrepreneur and even as a business, like I said, a multi-million-dollar business, to have a personality. It's critical that you share parts of who you are. I saw Amy do that. Amy suddenly started to talk a little bit more about her kids and online, and it's just, your heart, there literally is a heart connection. There is science about your heart math, and I don't know if any of you have heard of that, but your heart, you're sitting at your computer and you're doing work, and then you see Amy and her kids, and you're like, oh, so what does that do? That you now have a heart connection with that person, or something that interests you. So be authentic. Number 2 is to be discerning. And that is having and showing good taste or judgment. Now, I'm going to say a few things. I was going to show some pictures, but now I got to say a few things. Okay. Praise the Lord! No one can tell me what you're going to do with my body. Abortion is a sin. It's a murder. I don't care if that fetus is 1 second old. It's murder. I love Clint Eastwood in the NRA. No, I'm just kidding. The pictures are so much better. Sarah Palin. Pew, pew. Gun control is a good thing. I think you see what I'm getting at. I'm from, my grandpa's from Jordan, and I'm a Muslim. I might have even said that so wrong, but... The point is, it's getting worse, right? Really, it's so politically charged right now. and emotionally charged. It's all intertwined. Now, so before you post things about your personal likes and desires, even if especially if it's politically or religiously charged, you just want to be discerning. There's nothing wrong with doing business only with Christians or only with Muslims or only with, people who don't believe in abortion. I'm just throwing words out there. There's nothing wrong with that, but you have to know that every time you post something and post a comment, you are telling the world a little bit more about yourself. It's the same if you love cats, or if you love dogs, or if you love precious moments, or collecting bells, There's nothing wrong with sharing that. But if you do that a little too much, you could probably turn some people off. So you need to be discerning. I know I've made some mistakes. I have my political views. There's certain things I try never to talk about because it makes me bubble up inside with anger, and I just don't want to start that online. But it's something that sticks with you. The Paula Deen story. She was just fired for her racist comments, and some of them were from 30 years ago. Chick-fil-A. The Chick-fil-A story? They made a very specific decision, but you know what? Their lines were out the door of people who want to shop there because they had the same beliefs that Chick-fil-A does. So be discerning. Number 3 is to educate. You have to educate people, and you just have to pretend that there are a lot of people out there listening to what you're talking about. So you want to provide them educational tips for free. You want to provide them articles. You want to provide them links to your competitors' articles and blogs, especially since there's so much good information out there. And sharing what your competitors do shows that you are confident in what you're doing, that you are a collaborator, that you're not, you don't have a box around your little world, and because it's a global community now. I mean, people go to your website, they don't like what they see. 1 second later, there's somewhere else. So give them something they want to see. Entertain. Has anyone seen Charlie Bit My Finger, the video? Yeah. Charlie! Ow! If you haven't, you must go home and Google Charlie Bit My Finger. I guarantee you will laugh. I guarantee, and when you do, you think of me. Share great things that are entertaining. Again, you want to be discerning. You don't want to, there's some pretty crappy, nasty stuff out there. You want to be careful with what you're sharing. But just giving people a 30-second or a 10-second respite from their day to make them laugh, make them feel good, they'll remember you. It's a way to connect with them. Babies. Of course, you have to be careful with babies, too. Lily has a business that involves babies. My son does not, I'm not allowed to put pictures of his daughter on Facebook, occasionally. So we have a private page that no one else can see, and I totally respect that. I totally get it. And use the 80-20 rule. Am I moving around too much? Vicky's recording me. Hi, Kathy. Use the 80-20 rule. 80% is chitty-chatty, it's fun, it's educational, and 20% is me. I'm really great, buy my stuff, sign up here, here's my website. Okay, so a little bit about Be Authentic. This is a picture of me wearing a cheese hat. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I'm from Wisconsin, I am a cheesehead. Oh, are you? That's weird because my mom's name is the same as yours, Marion, although she has died. But so anyway, I was at an event and I saw someone with a live event. I saw someone with a Packer shirt on. I went over and I said hello to him. 100 people around, and I thought, wow, I never would have got to know him if he didn't have that Packer shirt on. That's how social media works. This is what it means to be authentic. So I wrote a story about it, and then I was like, I really should put the cheese head on to prove my point, and so I did. And I sent that out to the thousands of people on my list and all over Facebook. And oh my gosh, I had so many responses. People still say, "Oh, Techmas, the cheese ad." I mean, it's fun. But it's important to me. By doing that, I show that my family is important to me. Where I came from is important to me. I really do love the Packers. I wouldn't do it for the Brewers, which is their baseball team. I could care less. So that really has stuck with me and stuck with me well. I already covered Be Discerning. I have some great pictures, like pictures of Jesus and Mitt Romney and some Muslim children and Sarah Palin. All of those are very politically charged. Ugh. I really don't like it. And the same with issues like gun control and gay rights and abortion. Educate is so important. Like I said, give tips, industry facts, instructional videos, and links to your competitors if they have good information. It happens all the time. Oh, and comment on your competitors' blogs because, or someone in the same kind of industry, because other people are coming to their website to find the same information that they might find at your website. They'll see that you're commenting. Plus, search engines love to see your name and link back to your website. So it's a really powerful way to, and also you can get to know those bloggers. I can do a whole class on blogging. Don't have time for that now. So let me move on to blogging. Blogging is really important. How many people here do blog or plan to blog? Okay, so a good amount of you. I'm going to pretend that you actually, wanted to point you out what your essence is because Doris?
Yes, Doris.
Sells insurance, but her essence is all about fun and creativity and freshness. And boy, then when she says she sells insurance, it'd be like, that would be a great, you're not the stodgy old guy, saying, have you thought about when your husband dies? So, pretend you're a wedding planner. Here are 4 topics you could use for your blogs. 1, wedding dance inspiration. In the keyword, there's wedding dance. Those are keywords. So keywords in your blogs are really important. So not sure what to dance with your father? How about your man? Is he going to dance with his mother? Here are some funny and touching examples from YouTube. I would click on that to see that. So you're just connecting with people who are thinking about weddings. Wedding cake or dessert. Did you know that people are not necessarily doing wedding cakes anymore? That's true. My son's getting married. They're doing regional desserts. Now, there's several people going, wow, that's interesting. See? You're engaging them. Crazy wedding fashion. Wedding fashion, great keywords. The latest trend in design will freak you out. Sorry. You wouldn't believe what I saw last night at a wedding fashion show. Your mother would not want you to wear this wedding dress. I would click more on that to see what the wedding dress looks like. That's all fun, information, trendy, keywords, wedding, fashion, wedding, cake, things like that. And then a mother-in-law gift. I'm going to be the new mother-in-law. I thought they should get me a gift. No. Your wedding is just around the corner. Did you think of getting your mother-in-law that gift? You don't want to make that mistake. Click here and we can help you today. That's the 4th one where they're selling their products. Okay. So let's talk about, how much time do I have? Am I talking too long? Okay. So I'm going to talk about the channels. Facebook is for the masses. Young, old, everybody's out there. And a lot of people are out there. But it's business to consumer. B2C is the best. That's a great place to market B2C. Make sense? LinkedIn is business focused. And 33% of LinkedIn users have a graduate degree. They're also very affluent. It's actually not quite as affluent as Pinterest, but it's an extremely affluent, older, be a good market for you, educated, and I said affluent and affluent. Twitter is high-tech, trendy, in the know, fast. They're a little bit younger, but like between the ages of 14 and 49-ish. You know, not too many people my age are tweeting their peeps. Most of them have a college education or have graduated from college. 63% are less than 58%. 63% are less than 35 years old. Yeah, so it's a younger crowd. It's fast, it's hip, you got to know what a hashtag is. If you don't know what a hashtag is, you can ask me questions after. And on my product, US Bling, I have all of these social media sites. I have these crazy questions answered, and it's just, they're all chunked out into little manuals to get you over the hump of how do I get my Facebook page going? What is a hashtag and how do I use it? But first of all, how do I set up a Twitter account? So, gosh, I got a little off track there. Pinterest. How many people are using Pinterest for business? Good. I would love to talk about what you're doing. Insurance agent using Pinterest for business. See? The reason is Pinterest is the fastest growing website ever. 80% are women, 50% of them have children. And these are women who are ready to spend money. I think the average income is something around $110,000. They spend 79% more on Pinterest than all the other social media sites. Does that make sense? Women, people who come to Pinterest are planning and gathering data on things they want to buy. Pretty much, or make. So if you go to Pinterest, be ready to go to the craft store, eat some cookies or cupcakes, want to play with your children out in the backyard and do a fun craft. You can get sucked into Pinterest. If you have more questions too, you might have time, but on the back, you can also talk to me in the back at my booth. You can also, right on the back, I have a raffle ticket because I am going to give away a US Bling. You can put a question on the back and I will contact you personally. Any question you have, you said basically what is a hashtag and why do I have to care? Because Instagram, they're all over Instagram. Actually, Facebook has started to use hashtags too. Once you get it, you understand it and it makes a lot of sense. Google Plus, who here has a brick and mortar store? Oh, you will, yes. And you use Google Plus, I'm sure. Yeah. Google Plus is, if you have a brick and mortar place where people come in and buy product, you have to be on Google Plus. Google loves people who are on Google Plus. They give you get much better ranking, you get half the page become yours when people find you. So, this is my advice. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. Pick one. You want me to play that again? That actually sparkles. Pick one. Pick one that you either want to get better at, like you're on Facebook, but not really doing much with it, or you don't have a Facebook page yet. Pick one. Buy or find materials that teach you how to get your Facebook page in the best possible shape and learn how to get out there and get likes and just get good at it. Or if you're LinkedIn, find out how to make the best, most stellar profile you can possibly have and join groups and start connections if that's your best audience. But pick one right now that you're gonna just go and kick ass at and make it the best, just make connections with it. Don't try to do it all at once. And if you don't ever have to do any of them, really, I don't see any reason why everyone should have a Twitter account. I just don't think that's reasonable. Now, supercharge with email marketing, one more tip. If you're blogging, does anyone do email marketing with an email tool?
Join constant contact, but I'm paralyzed.
Paralyzed, yes. Well, you can take one blog post, copy the first paragraph, put it into Constant Contact, that one paragraph with a little line that says read more with a link to your blog.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to give them all in the newsletter. You want to get them back to your blog. And you also want to be sure that any social media sites you have are linked from that newsletter as well. Does that make sense? So you want it, once you get used to blogging, I forgot to say, blogging is about having a conversation. Before I started to talk about Doris, our wedding planner. It's about having a conversation. So once you start to get comfortable with blogging, you suddenly have content that you can reuse on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, in email marketing. And oh, by the way, a lot of it's relevant for a long time. I can go back to my blogs that I've been writing now for about 4.5 years, and I'll be like, oh God, this is great. I forgot, this is a good blog. I'm gonna repost it and resend it. You know, so it's content that you can use. It also stays indexed. I guess, okay, so. Blog conversationally. Pick 1 or 2 social media sites to grow and get very good at. And supercharged with email marketing. And if you have any questions, you can come back and ask me. Write it on the back. I'll answer it. And it is all, if it's not on here, I'll make sure if you have questions it's not answered on here. This is my US Bling product. It's a complete library to shine online. It has about 1,000 pages of information in ebook form, but they're just easy to walk through, get the tips you need, find the tips you need. There's also a glossary of terms, how to find your audiences, just a little worksheet to walk you through it, start getting you to think of where are my audiences online, how am I going to find them. So with that, that's it. Did I forget anything? I guess not. Thank you.